Hello, welcome. Uh, it's me. My brain lacks an immense amount of clarity or function today. So, hi Nikki. So I'm playing Magic. That's what's happening. Hopefully, like stream works and all of that. Um, I think I think I've streamed Magic before in the past and it hasn't like crashed my computer. So we'll have to see, you know. And I think it is visible on stream. I don't think we're lagging. Uh but I'm just gonna be drafting because my throat hurts and I'm tired and I can just do this and yap and I like this game and I have gems and I'm just gonna draft until I can't basically. I already did two drafts this morning. I haven't played Magic in a while, but but I like this game. So I'm gonna play it. And if I'm gonna sit, this is like I feel like philosophy of mine at this point is if I'm gonna sit and like toil away playing Magic the Gathering, I might as well just turn on the stream, right? It at least means I can talk while playing, and I think I play better, honestly, when I have something to talk about because, you know, I get to like talk through everything I'm doing, and then like actions need to be justified to chat, you know? So that's the idea. Um, and it seems like stream is still. I'm like looking at OBS right now. It seems like my ping and all of that or whatever is fine. So I'm gonna play Magic, and we're gonna see. um, Pack one, pick one. Okay, so Tursa is very good. Um, 3/3 with haste comes in, starts hitting, very strong. Enables things later. I don't really know this card. Um, Whenever Felithar attacks, enters or attacks me, sacrifice an online permanent. When you do, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. That's also badass. So choosing between um, two different very powerful three drops. Can't even remember the last set you played. Uh, yeah, I think I haven't played in a few sets, but I come back to Magic pretty frequently after breaks, so it's not like I've like quit for an especially long time ever. So here it's between like going faster, haste, easier mana cost, versus maybe like a more powerful effect. And I tend to gravitate in draft in limited, especially like lower powered limited. I mean, actually, all limited to just like faster, right? Killing your opponent faster is good. And this set is pretty like slow and dirtily. You have a lot of like big guys and these dragons and stuff. So I think we'll go Tursa. Channel Dragonfire is okay. That probably doesn't come around, but like maybe Narset's Rebuke. Probably none of this wheels, but I don't know. Maybe it could be okay. There's actually like better stuff to wheel if we go into Abzan. Like this card coming around, we wouldn't be too sad. Nor this. I mean, it's not great, but I'm taking Tursa, I think. Okay. A Static Snare is a very good card. I like to take removal quite highly. And this one's great because with all the big creatures in this set, these like exile effects, this and Stormplane Detainment, which is the 3-drop exile spell, are both very good and I think in this set. Um, this is cool because it also triggers off of your attacking creatures. So if you swing with 4 creatures, you can play the removal spell for 1. And that plays nicely with something like Tursa, especially if we're like hasting in, reducing the cost of the spell, drawing, discarding. We're doing a lot there. Um, this card's okay. This card I don't totally like. I mean, it's good when you can put counters on it. It's just a lot of things to kind of put together. And then the rest of this is pretty mediocre. I mean, the monument is strong. That's actually worth considering, but I don't think of a static snare. So we'll take that. That is too many colors. And not a good card. Dragons you control have indestructible being refuge. Yeah, no. We're not doing 5-color dragon things. As much as I would like mess around, sometimes it's fun to mess around when you're drafting and do weird stuff, but I also like winning, and I like winning more than I usually like messing around. So here we are. Alchemist Assistant is very good, I think. It's aggressive. It starts gaining you life. Comes back later. It can help stabilize things. If you mill it over or discard it with something like Tersa, you can still renew it later to give something lifelink. Marshall is also incredibly strong. And whenever I'm between two cards, I like to think about taking the cheaper ones. Always aggressive. Hi, Ray. We're playing Magic today. Marshall also puts us... Well, these both put us into black, right? Either way. Like, there's always an argument to be taking things that are, like, on color. But Mardu is, at least with these picks, is where we're, like, moving toward. Marshall's very, very strong. These are, like, two slightly different directions. One is going a bit taller, a bit slower, and then one is going faster and more aggressive. And I like going faster. I think going fast is the way to play Magic. This card likes to go fast, put it down on 1. Sometimes you get to activate it, and then it's very strong because if your opponent doesn't do anything about it, it can just keep making tokens or keep getting bigger. And that's a great thing to be doing. Otherwise, I don't know, Riverwheel Sweep is a very good card. One could argue like taking these things, taking this, going toward something like Jeskai, but this can also be played in a red-white deck because of the hybrid costs. I like this, right? Puts their creature down for a while, gets you card advantage. Good tempo piece. The sniper's cool too, but we're not really in green. I think I'm going low, going fast. Interesting. Green-black card. This card is strong. Does good things with all of this, and this sort of maybe plays into a sort of like Abzan, green, white, black plan with counters. Moving counters around and stuff. There's fixing here. I don't think this card is good enough to just like take. So maybe this is where we speculate into green as we were like thinking about last pack. This is probably... I don't super like this card. I mean, it's good. Like, it kills a thing. It makes your guy stronger. It can be 2-for-1s. It can end games. Okay, maybe that's pretty decent. It's between these. None of this is good. I like the bear and all the animals on this. Kill a thing. Like, I'd rather rip this card off the top in the late game, and I'd rather have this card like on curve, right? But maybe pushing into green is a bad decision here. I mean, this is a set where, you can get lots of fixing and go into lots of different colors, so it's not a huge deal, right? We have 4 pieces of fixing, 3 good ones in this pack. This card sucks. Pack Beast is really cool because it looks big, but it's actually a 2-drop. Devotee. It's going to be one of these two. And I think the Pack Beast is strong enough with some of these things. You know, you go 1, 2, 3, and then this is like a 3-drop, and then you play it on 4, draw a card. 4/3, you're going crazy. If we do move into Jeskai, this card can work very well with like the Monk tokens as like a second spell because it costs so little. So we'll go that way. Green is looking like overall pretty open, so maybe we should start thinking about pivoting that way, but for now we can just take another black removal spell and yeah, probably move into Abzan. Looking at all of this, yeah, we can put a 1 counter on another target creature you control, or take this smaller guy. I really like this card. This card like keeps you going, lets you scry through bad stuff, gets bigger, right? Good with the Pack Beast. This guy's big and slow, and he's good, but you know, you play him, you have to wait a whole turn. Well, no, you get a counter immediately, but then you're, I don't know. This is also a counter every turn if your deck is built for it, and we sort of are, so could be good. I'm always conflicted on this guy. He's very big. He's very strong. 6-drop, 7/7 reach is good for like blocking against like the dragons in this set. But he's also just like a 6-drop, and that's a lot. There's this. It's always nice to have like a random sacrifice outlet so that someone tries to kill your guy, you can just sack in response, get the counter out of it, get the value. Sometimes you're like fizzling their spells. So I do like this card. Not a huge fan of Legacy, though our deck sort of works with it. I think this is better than this, probably, just because I like the flexibility and like some of the value you can get from it. This card can be okay on curve. Like it looks pretty mid, but I think when you're curving into it, it's fine. Flies is, I don't like it. Mobilize is kind of nice with the things we're doing. We'll take this guy. Maybe this puts us back happily into Mardu, and we're just lightly splashing red. That card's like sideboard and a leopard. Not like incredible, although we did just get a Corey Steelcutter, so that's a pretty incredible card on its own. It's like a fine start, right? Mostly white black. We have some good stuff. We have some good removal. We have some good aggressive cards. You know, this guy, this thing. So I think we're doing okay. And Corey Steelcutter is like bonkers. I think we're playing a deck with some of these things that like the 2-spell thing is possible, even if we're not in blue. And it's so strong. Rally the Monastery is excellent. Flexible, makes creatures, or is a combat trick that can 2 for 1, or it can just kill their big thing. I'm never mad about this card. And this would be better if we were more in red. I'm not gonna like, you know, if red is our 3rd color here, which it pretty much is, I'm not trying to play too many things right now, at least until we have more fixing. And this card's just nuts. Evolving Wild's good here too. And even Bloodfell Caves is okay. We could hope for that to come around. Pack Beasts, the big mobilizer, really excellent with, you know, Static Snare, right? This on its own turns this into a 1-mana kill anything. Very good with something like Unburied Earthcarver, right? Swing, sack away your tokens, get counters. That's good stuff to be doing. I also like the Krumar Initiate a lot. He kind of runs away with games when you make him big, and then you start making tokens, and then um, if he's not dealt with, right, if they're not doing anything to like pressure the board, he can just run away with the game on his own. And I think that's very cool. It's a 2-drop that you're happy to draw in the late game, which I think has a little bit of an advantage over this. It's also a 2-drop 2/2. It's just hitting if you're not activating it. I think I take it over Dalkoven. It gives you something to do on like big stalled boards, which happens in this format sometimes if you're, up against another deck like this. So we'll do that. Shrieker. I think this card's a bit of a trap as long as there are 3 or more different kinds of counters. Really, really hard to get. Except maybe with like a few specific spells that can give like multiple types of counters. But then it's going to be Dragon's Prey or Sonic Shrieker. This card's good. It's just a 2-for-1 on its own. Makes your opponent discard a card. It's a really great thing to be playing like on 5 and hitting their face, because at that point, like, they've probably played most of their lands. You're probably getting them to discard something they don't want to discard. And that's dope. This card can steal games sometimes when they're at low life, stalled board. But this is the better dragon, and I think we have enough removal that we don't need to take this like right now, given Betrayal, Rally, and Static, and to some extent Kurmag Rakshasa. So dragon it will be. Another practitioner probably. Shock Brigade is good as well, but again, tentatively trying to keep it lighter on red. I like the practitioner. We have a lot of 2-drops, so might be good to have some variety here in the curve. This card is dope. This card is also good here. I always forget that this scries when it enters. It's just such a good way to like fix your starts. Actually, we would want, like, I would take this whole pack. I mean, mostly this. Sometimes it's nice to speculate on the Tempest Hawks, because if you get 3 of them, like, it is strong. But this card is just nuts. Wishing I took the pack beast at this point. But it looks like we're very much in the open lane here, just getting everything we want. And then the question is Dragonstorm or Ancestor. And Ancestor is another thing to like do with tokens. It's good for breaking through stalled boards because you can just send it in, get rid of something. Dragonstorm, like, I don't totally like these enchantments a lot. We only have 1 dragon, so it's not like we're going to be like picking this back up and playing it again. It's sort of a slow thing to be doing. So I think I'm here for Unrooted Ancestor. I do like this card a lot. Devotee looks good. That helps a lot with our few red cards, and the rest of this is pretty much going straight to the sideboard. Another one of these is playable. Maybe could have taken the other guy. I don't think it matters too much. Like, we have a whole nother pack, and we have pretty much 20 playables, so I'm feeling good. Oh. Okay. Elsbeth is nuts. Elsbeth wins the game on her own. Zergo also sort of does, but Elsbeth is bonkers. We're not actually creating a ton of tokens on our own otherwise, but, she's a house. She wins on her own. I cannot complain. We'll just take a Sage of the Skies, because why not? And make this deck even more nuts. Stormplane Containment, we would love to see back. Pretty unlikely. Another Rally is an easy pickup. I think we're kind of just getting fed everything we could want here. I will slow down and like make sure to be looking at all the cards. Sometimes that's an important thing to avoid, is really looking at the cards, even if you're confident, you know, taking the time to like make sure what you're taking is what you want and like truly the best thing in the pack. I think a 4-drop here is good. These are really 2-drops, so we're pretty light on 4. Actually, we're like nothing on 4, so that's a good way to fill in our curve. Here it's going to be Evolving Wilds or Tiger or not another Devotee. Um, I'd almost rather have the Wilds. Uh, it is nice to just have one of these, and I mean the Tiger's great, right? You go 5-drop Tiger into Sonic Shrieker, you pretty much win the game right there. Just it's so much pressure, gets you so far ahead of your opponent. Um, could be worth playing. It doesn't like go straight into Elspeth, but you can go Tiger into, you know, Bodyguard, Tiger into 2-drops, Tiger into Activate Initiate, or even like activations here. We have things to do with our mana. That's an interesting choice, the Fixing or the Tiger. Um, and I think I'm here for the Fixing actually. That might be wrong. This also might be wrong. These are all good. Right. Marshall is nuts. Pack Beast is great. Land is a land to fix us. The tap lands are slow. Like, you don't want to take too many of them in this deck. It's probably just the Marshall. Just, we have everything in these colors at this point, so might as well fill in that 4-drop slot. We don't really need, like, maybe we'd love to have one more piece of removal at this point. Like if the Stormplane, but I think it would have been in that pack, so Death Gorger, just take that. Another Bodyguard, sure. Probably not running 3 of these, but we have them now. I could almost justify running a River Wheel Sweep. But yeah, this deck is dope. I could see I could see 7 wins here. Get rid of that. So I could cut Rakshasa. I could cut. Oh, this is so good with like getting back Steel Cutter, getting back like, oh, we can cut that guy. Getting back even like a card like that is okay with the Bodyguard. Tapping things down, yeah. These are 2-drops. Sage, Ancestor, Tersa, Tactician. We have everything. So what do we cut? One of these guys probably, although just having like a massive 2-drops is nice. We have 19 creatures though, so like there's room to cut creatures. Could be Rakshasa, and that could be, I think I'd like to keep 2 Devotees. I like the curving out. I like being able to play my spells, especially like Corey. Jeez, this deck is strong. I like Pack Beast. I think I like Pack Beast more than I like Rakshasa. I'm not sure this is a cut a land situation. Just 3. Sometimes I'll cut a land. Like we could cut a mountain, actually. We have 3 things that need red. 2 Devotees. Maybe not with Corey. I think we would want to run 3 here. We could probably cut. Yeah, we're not cutting lands, so Earth Carver, Rakshasa, and I think we're set. Maybe a Poise Practitioner is a better cut, but I like keeping it low cost. It's faster, and if you kill your opponent, then they can't kill you. So that's enough for me. Off we go. Um, I think this will go well. I like drafting this set. I think it's a fun one. I was thinking of calling the stream farming Tarkir Dragonstorm drafts because I do like this set, and I have lots of um what is it, set collection, so if I get the right rares they turn into gems and it makes it easier to go infinite in terms of drafting this set just because I've played it so much. Um, very long waiting for this opponent. You good? I wonder if we're waiting for me. But I think my connection's good. I don't think stream is like crashing and stuff. Not that I can like see it. I can just see like, okay, a draw. Cool. Maybe I'll check. That looks good. It says my like rate is good. I'm like paranoid because I haven't streamed a game in a long time. Usually poetry. Or music. But can't play saxophone today because my voice doesn't feel up to it, or my throat doesn't feel up to it. Don't really want to be exerting my brain today because that part of me doesn't feel up to it. This is pretty bad. Like, we love all these cards, but it's just slow, and 2 lands is something I will rarely keep. This is better. We can go Descendant. It's hard because, like, we either Descendant, land, activate, and then we have to, like, wait on Krumar and don't get to do anything. Unless we're doing something like bottoming this, waiting on our Evolving Wilds to see what else we draw. Sometimes it's better to like keep your stronger top end cards in a mulligan, because you know you're gonna kind of run out of gas, so you'd rather have things that are more impactful. This goes nicely with this, having both of these, I think that makes sense. And then we get to start putting pressure, which might scare our opponent and give us a little more time to figure our shit out, so to speak. So I think this is good. We'll see if they play something that... Okay. I think we just attack in here because we're planning on returning this. And then if they don't block, then we're pretty happy. I think we make a Spirit because either way this trades. And then this is going to be better for a Pack Beast later. Because then we can go turn 4, Bodyguard. Maybe if we have nothing here on 3, we Evolving Wilds. I'd like to know if I'm like getting a red card or a black card, but it's more likely in general that we'll be getting a black spell. So yeah, I think this is the time to Evolving. This guy's not too much of a problem right now. We'll grab the Swamp. We will chill here. And then we'll go Bodyguard next turn. Following turn, Pack Beast. I think we'll have mana 2 to Static Snare. We'll have 3 creatures. That'll be a 2-drop? No, a 3-drop. No, we won't. Oh. Hello. That looks pretty good to me. So we'll grab our guy back. Oh, it goes to hand. That makes sense. I have not played in a while. Maybe I should have. I think staying back there is better. So next turn we just play Elspeth, and then we're winning. None of this has trample or anything, and then we're good. And then our Pack Beast is like a 1-drop, and we're good. No attacks. Yeah, I think we're gonna be just fine. Make more guys. Make more guys. I don't remember if there are any like Wraths in this format that are worth like playing around, but yeah, easy enough. Game 1 is done. Maybe we can we'll probably get to gold today. Maybe, I don't know if we'll climb all the way to plat or something. That'd be kind of fun. Um, but that's a one win. Off we go. Okay. No complaints here. Hey, look, I recognize her. Is that the same card? Is that the art of a different Elspeth? I'm not sure. This is sort of awkward. We don't get to devotee on one, but I like all of these cards. I mean, we could devotee on one if we draw planes. We don't. And I think we just go for the planes. And then we probably just play the initiate, and then we go straight into hardened tactician. From there, it gives us the chance to like devotee into monastery double spell, which is still nice and efficient. And our opponent's playing blue, which doesn't really tell us anything, but we can imagine that blue is slow. This card is not necessarily slow. I feel like this is a way of putting a surprising amount of pressure with the 2/1/1 counters and just like 2 power on 2. Am I trading though? Absolutely not. That's nice. No spells. I don't think it matters here. We can be kind of coy and not show them that we have any red, right? Swing in. Yeah. Okay. So this is nice. This turns rally into like draw a million cards, which is cool. So maybe we just like devotee, rally, and then sack, and we draw a card, and we just start going. They're stuck on lands, so that's nice. Maybe that means like sacking away something like Krumar Initiate at some point, but we'll swing in first. That's interesting. We can let the Krumar Initiate die here, because we know we're going to be getting it back. And then we just make some monks. And then maybe on end step we can sack and draw a card or something, because we're feeling pretty full of lands. It's just sacks tokens, okay. Scary card. But I don't think that's entirely a problem. We definitely have answers in our deck, and at very least this guy can keep it somewhat tapped so we can keep attacking. Not if we draw like that though. At least so this is all kind of awkward. So interestingly, like we could like kind of sacrifice. No, it costs a mana. There's no way we're double spelling here. So we'll just do this. We'll take Initiate back to hand. And we'll be happy. We need to find an answer. An Initiate is nice because it starts potentially giving us pay 3 mana and 1 life to draw a card. But if not, if we just don't find anything, then at least we start double spelling, and if they only have 1 creature, we are pressuring them pretty hard. Double bodyguards means I guess they just never get to block, so that's cool. Tap, tap, swing in. Yeah, I mean, this is feeling pretty good. There aren't too many situations here where they're going to be stabilizing. I guess we don't have a double spell in hand right now, but we have 2 draws if we spend a mana. Lots of blockers, and Warden is doing Warden things now. This could get dicey pretty quickly. So maybe best to not be too confident too quickly. 'Cause we are flooding. Flooding, that's a band. I saw them play the other day. Opening for Law Dispute. Okay. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lands. Impressive that we're like alive, given that information. I think we'll just make a 5/5. We can make this guy bigger. But I think I'd rather go wider because we're gonna be if he I think we want to go wider. I think that's usually the case with this card. Especially if we're able to like tap down multiple of their creatures, but this is getting super scary super fast, especially if they put more counters on Warden. Yeah. And like there's an argument there to actually just do this for one and sacrifice, but I think on this turn being able to block it's nice. Maybe on the next turn we can start drawing cards. Gosh. So hopefully we just top deck Elspeth, we give everything flying and we win. That's like the ideal situation. That's one of our outs. I think removal for Warden is still an out because this board isn't very scary without Warden on it. Like it's a bunch of guys and we actually also have a bunch of guys, so should be okay. Should be fine. I don't know why I use these sleeves. I think I accidentally equipped them, but that's kind of funny. Wow. Okay. So we'll start by paying 1 into this because I'd rather not sack my 5/5 right away. And then toss that away. It's not the best option. No attacks. We're still okay for another turn. That is definitely a huge mana pocket. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8, 11, 12. Yeah. Lots of lands. It's okay though. Like I think that's like what I was saying when we were drafting, why Krumar Initiate is so good, is like we still have things to do with our mana here. We're still doing stuff. And they really are kind of dirtling, like okay, we're good. We are good. I think I'm still gonna start by trying to draw a card because we might double spell here and we would like to tap their things, and like there's a world where we win the game this turn by double spelling, but it's probably just something into, so I don't, oh, Tersa's great. Tersa lets us get rid of these lands. Land. Okay. So, if we shoot their guy, then we tap 2 things. I think that's just what we're doing, like no matter what. I don't think there's a world where we're trying to like combat trick our way through this board. So we'll just tap down, like, I guess they'll sacrifice that guy. No, they don't have mana. Tap the 3/3s. Seems fine. Now the 5/5 can swing in nicely. And put this guy on the board. Might want to just save it to double spell next turn to just guarantee it. Since now we're in a very strong position. These guys can get double blocked by 2/2s, but yeah, maybe we still kind of try to play it cool here. None of this is too scary, right? Their board does nothing now. So I think we're in a good spot to stay patient. Yeah, and with that, like, their board is very bad. What does this do? Only during your turn, you have a card left your graveyard. Sure. Okay. Fighting through adversity, difficult circumstances, but this still looks quite good. So I think we're fine. They're doing something in their graveyard. Maybe that like return card that shoots a thing. In which case we can say goodbye to probably Tursa. Or they're that 4-drop that returns a bunch of things. They're definitely like fingering their graveyard. What are you doing? Are they trying to renew? This seems like quite the big effect. Right of renewal. There, I called it. Go me. I think it's too little too late, although it is a lot getting this back. But with a Sage of the Skies coming down, with Tursa being online any minute, Sage of the Skies is not coming down. Hopefully we still double spell. That's a good decision by them, I think. Right? Negotiation over Warden. I like that for them. We're trying to double spell because that pretty much wins us the game. So we'll draw a card here. But bam, bam, bam. Okay. Yeah. That looks good. Play that. Play that. Tap your guy. What's that, a 2/2? Tap your guy. Could have tapped this maybe. 3 blockers go on 3/3/3. Swinging, we... Oh, right, we lost our 5/5. We're not at lethal yet. We have to be careful. I think we send in... I'm okay with Tursa dying. 5 blockers back. They can only double block one thing, so even if they kill one bodyguard, that's okay. This guy has 2 activations, 4. Hold on. Block, block, block. Or it would be block, block, block. 3, 4. So we're not lethal. They're gonna have... They could take it all. I think we should force at least 1 block. Keeping back 4 blockers with lifelink, Hydra, Crocodile. None of this is killing me. So I think we'll attack like that. Just aggressive enough. It seems pretty expected. So we can get rid of our... It seems like slightly greedy to get rid of this, but I also think it's okay. Because we're pretty close to being beyond the point of paying life anyway. Like, you know, are we trying to keep paying life to do stuff? Not really. I mean, it's card draw, so maybe that's a mistake, but we can make tokens off of Descendant, or at least 1 token. Warden, again, too little, too late. Guy. Okay, so they are going pretty wide. So maybe that was a mistake to sack away that guy. Could have been better to sack the Devotee. I guess it was unblocked, so I was thinking like having a blocker here is nice. Hopefully we didn't just punt that. The deck is like gas. We have like the dragon, we have Elsbeth, we'll probably draw a land though, so it doesn't matter much. That's okay. Tursa. What does Tursa do now? If there are 7 more cards in your graveyard, exile a card at random from your graveyard, you may play that card. Pretty good odds of hitting a Rally the Monastery. I think we'll want to swing with Tursa. We'll want to get this down first. We'll want to swing here to make the token. So I think we just do... Everything else is playable. If we hit Bodyguard, that's good. Sure. Let's see what happens. Yeah. That's what happens. Okay. That was like greedy, right? But it's okay. I'm happy with that trade, I guess. We can draw a card here. We might get something to like bail ourselves out. Nope. Sure. Okay. And they gained life, which is like super not cool. That's called playing Magic poorly, I would say. Uh, like we haven't punted this game yet. Yet. um, yeah, if we hit anything, then we're like tapping creatures. Like it's aggressive, but like it's a good outcome. I don't know. I don't know. At least they're not going wide there. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, unless that was the Endure and that was the... I'm not paying attention to what they're doing. Draw 2, lose 2. Sure. That's, they're playing more than... Have I just been drawing so many cards? Or do they have more than 40 cards in their deck? 11, 24... Yeah, they have way more than 40 cards. I better not get beat by like 50 card soup. That would make me feel like a failure. But I think we're okay. I really do. This being back is like a bad thing, objectively. But I think we're okay. I think we'll be fine. We're going to draw Elspeth. Everything's going to get flying. Game over. Okay. Not quite. I think there's an argument to holding on to that because we are not dying on board from an attack and trying to double spell next turn to scry. Is this online? Yeah, it is an online match. It's Magic Arena though, if you're referring to the client, because there's Magic the Gathering Arena and Magic the Gathering Online. But yeah, this is online Magic. Sure. Keep going crazy with your Hydra. Crocodile. Still not dying this turn. And that's what matters, right? Just getting to the next turn. We'll see how aggressive they are. I wouldn't be surprised if they're like not. Yeah, not aggressive at all. So is there a world where we like block and sacrifice to get lifelink to help us stabilize? Is there a world where we just have these guys bounce off of each other? That's the world I want to live in. They have no mana. They're just trying to get their activation. Okay. Now we double spell because all we're doing is digging to Dragon or Elspeth. We don't double spell. This was a huge mistake sacrificing the Krumar initiate. It was also a huge mistake attacking with Tursa. And we might be dead on board. But chump block that. We have 12 life after blocks. Chump, chump, chump. Oh, we're still alive. It's bad because they're gaining 7 life next turn. At which point my only win is Elspeth. This is like a generational punt. At least we get to probably flash in Unrooted Ancestor and then block and sacrifice something. Because then we get the extra block out of it and we're going to keep this guy on the backswing. Maybe they're stupid and they like full swing and then we get a win on the back crack, but I doubt they do that because they're not playing horribly. They're also going to renew this card and then get 2 zombies, so it's not like we just have automatic lethal in the backswing. At least this guy's tapped. Why'd they tap this guy? To harmonize that? Maybe they should have just hardcast it. This is scary. I wonder if we how we go about... Oh, wait, we can block and sacrifice so they don't gain the life. So that's definitely the line no matter what. We go like block, block, sacrifice. Yeah. Do we flash in this guy now? I don't think it matters. Could be useful to double spell and scry. So, right, we block here, and when we sacrifice, we trade. We block here so we get a gain a life and renew. And then we block here and then sacrifice. And we probably sacrifice both just so we survive and kill their thing. And then we have at least a 5/5 lifelink coming back, which is cool. It's funny. It was trying to activate that thing. Okay. Because that doesn't have trample. We probably flash this in now. Yeah. Pass. Guy gets bigger. Betrayal. It's pretty bad. I guess it would have been better to double spell. That's okay. This can get lifelink. And then it can swing. Or it can just chill. It probably just wants to chill. Blocker. Indestructible lifelink is a cool thing. Kind of blocking forever. This is only getting rid of their 1/1, but it might be nice to just nuke their graveyard. There's nothing like actually worth nuking here though, so it's probably better to hold that. And I do like the idea of blocking sort of perpetually with, I mean, that's just so much more life. It's probably better to go here. And then we can still do like the throw practitioner in front of the crocodile, block something, sacrifice. Now we're up to 6. Maybe even do that on this guy, 7 up to 17 life, and keeping them from gaining life while we're trying to get to Elspeth in the 9 cards in our library. We're just drawing till Elspeth, so we get flying, and then we win. They just pass. Static Snare is nice to hold on to. Betrayal, static, tap, scry. So if we do all that, we get a scry, which gets us toward Elspeth. It stops the Warden, and it probably stops them from attacking again. Or we wait, and we, try to ambush them with the static snare. But I don't think that matters, because when they swing, they're just swinging all out. I think we're just double spelling, because we really want to find Elspeth. They have a counterspell? It doesn't matter. If we double spell, we double spell. What? So I just have to pay 4? I better not lose, because, like, I can't lose to someone running this card, high key. Goodbye, Graveyard. And then static triggers. So this is tapping, right? That's this trigger. What is this? What am I? I think I'm doing the bodyguard trigger. Yeah, because this would trigger on enter. It's not targeting anything yet. Oh, that's awesome. They use the snakeskin veil. Does Corey Steelcutter help us here? It'd be crazy to scry a Corey Steelcutter to the bottom. But I think we're doing that, because at that point it's just a equipment that gives a guy 1/1, and we just want Elspeth. Zap that. Next. We're just not attacking here. And we're ending the turn. Weird lines. Weird lines. So Elsbeth is in the top top 7 because we have 9 cards in deck. And as soon as we draw that, we win. So their best line is attacking with the Crocodile alone, because then I don't get a block and sacrifice something else. So this is where we... Unless we trade with it. So like double blocking, sacking the second thing that's blocking, gaining 6. It seems dicey with all this mana open. It feels better than just like throwing a card away. Definitely puts me at, gives me the possibility of just being blown out. This card's not doing anything anymore, but it could, because we have, maybe there's nothing left in the deck that makes tokens actually. We could take, I think that's bad. I think that's dying the following turn. So I don't think we can take. I think this is nothing, but maybe it's Way Speaker. So we like double block, sack the Way Speaker. We don't even need a double block. And we just trade. They go to 12. We could kill it with other things. We could double block here if we're 2 for 1ing ourselves. Or here. Double block. Then we keep this as a blocker against their other attacks. If they try to like do anything tricky, like maybe we need to give this indestructible. But this is gonna, I think, help us like long-term stabilize, or at least last the greatest number of turns, which particularly matters when we're trying to cast an Elspeth. Though with the amount of stuff on their board, we might just be dying. This is probably helpful. Oh, scrying 2 is incredibly helpful. Holy shit. As long as we live this turn. So we want Pack Beast because it's going to draw a card when it comes down anyway, and we have so much mana that it's free. It's something to sack away. The next card could be Elsbeth. We'll still be able to cast her. So, yeah, extra thing to pump up Carver. That's not a big deal. I mean, it's another attacker, which is bad. We might just be dead on board. But we have as much as 16. Well, we have as much as 18 life on a block. They're in top deck mode. They are surveilling, so... And they topped it, which is bad. If it's removal, I think we're done. Oh. Oh. Just to shuffle in Snakeskin Veil, sure. Maybe they're better off holding on to that. But what do I know? Oh, they put that back in their hand, I see. I didn't see the animation. Now they get zombies. Swing out. Do it. Give us some action. Okay. 2-drop, draw a card, 4/3. Best card in the set. Oh, and a dragon? Okay. We can snipe a creature for 2, or we can snipe their face. It doesn't actually change the clock. Yeah. So we just want to make sure we don't die. So we just kill a random zombie. Gain 2 life. No attacks, end turn. And then as long as we keep enough creatures to win with Elspeth on the backswing, with a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control, they all gain flying. then we should be fine. They don't actually have anything big on board except for, I guess, this guy. That's not going to save them. It's funny because they're probably like feeling very comfortable in the position right now, and we just know that like Elsbeth is on top of the deck and they're losing. But I guess if I were them, I would be feeling pretty uncomfy about this flyer. It's GG's. What a long, arduous match. All to be wiped up by Elsbeth Stormslayer. Boom! Everyone gets flying. Boom! You're dead. That works for me. Alright, that's 2-0. That's 2-0. This deck is proving itself. It can win when it draws 12 lands in the top 20 cards. So maybe it was in like the top 18 cards, I think. I'm wearing earrings and I have headphones on, which is not comfortable, it turns out. I was like, oh, I'm going to put on earrings because I'm streaming, and that will be like, you know, I'll like look like I'm put together. I just put earphones over it. Okay. Cool. Game 3 of our Sisyphean pursuit of quick drafting. The attempting to gain any ground in terms of accumulating gems and inevitably falling back to 0. This looks good. I think we start with a guy, not a scry. Are we going first? I didn't read it. Yeah. So we start with a guy. And if they don't play a 1-drop, which is pretty unlikely in this format, but it's pretty likely that they don't play a 1-drop in this format. Yeah, we get to start getting bigger, and then it makes it harder for them to keep pace with this guy. We're definitely going to go with the counter. Right, so the idea here is we add the counter because now if they play a 2-drop and it's like a 2/2, we swing in again, add a counter, and we're still outpacing their creatures on board, and we're doing it with just a 1-drop. So that's going to be better than making the token. And if they do nothing, then we just keep getting bigger. Maybe they have like a twin bolt or something, right? The thing that, but they let it resolve, so maybe they have a exhale. Okay. So, I mean, we got them to use some pretty, we'll say like primo removal on a 1-drop, right? We're already up on mana, them spending 2. They're also mana screwed. Gaming, yes, Marissa, we are gaming today. An unusual thing for me to be doing on stream, but a good thing nonetheless. Whenever you attack. So we're going to do this. We're going to get our 1-drop back. With just they spent all that effort to kill. And then we are going to play Marshall, play the 1-drop, double spell, tap their thing, swing for 4. And that'll be nice and tasty. And the next turn we get Pack Beast, Devotee, or Scry into Pack Beast. Scry, then draw. Double spell, tap a thing again. Another bodyguard. I think we're doing just fine here. Bam. Double spell. Tap your guy. Swing that. And the next turn, we're playing a thing and then drawing. And then we might even draw another spell. Or we'd be able to activate Descendant. That's good for them. We'll just take it all like a champ. I think we're still scrying and drawing. This will be a nice blocker. You can just trade away with that. These are both good things to have. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't really matter which one we draw first, because that's a 3-drop. We'll just do it that way. Wow, you were blowing through these cards. I've never actually seen someone play this. Yeah, sorry, I do talk kind of fast. I've been playing Magic for a very, very long time. Uh, did we... So we have this option to swing with the 3/4 here. Put them down to 10. Yeah, we still have blockers. This blocks the token they create. This blocks here. I think we're racing here, right? And we want to win this race because losing means dying. Yeah, I've been playing Magic for a long time, so I tend to process it pretty fast. And I would say me speaking it out loud is slower, right? I have to slow down to like say all the things to stream, and I probably could slow down and explain a little bit more, but yeah, it's pretty automatic. Beasts. So we're gonna play this, and then we're gonna play Sage of the Skies second, because that's going to give us a copy of Sage of the Skies if I've cast another spell this turn. Also going to give us an activation here of Flurry to tap their blocker. Because I don't think... We don't have anything to get back with Bodyguard's entry here. So yeah. Now do your thing. Well, so I actually do like making myself slow down. Because sometimes when you go like too fast, right, you start to miss things and make mistakes. And it's probably better to go a little slower, right, and not make those mistakes than it is to, rush through and mess up. Because last game I was messing up a bunch. I think I'll tap this because I think I would like them to trade here with this guy. This can swing in. I have plenty of blockers. These are gaining life. We're no longer just like dying to the flyer. So yeah, swinging in. How are you, Marissa? Did you stream today, or just watching the Twitch? Did I miss lethal? No. I could have got in for one more damage, but that wasn't a force block. I could have made it a force block, but then they would have just blocked this guy. That's no good. It's kind of cool that this can sack this token. We didn't see this all last game either, that we drew through our whole deck and it took till the very bottom to get to Sage, to get to Elsbeth, to get to the Dragon, all of our hard hitters. That's interesting. This is terrifying. Oh, this is double terrifying. They're going to hit us for 4 here just by this existing. Ugh, gross. Yeah. So I think we want to take out the dragon. Hopefully they don't have like that little thing that gives it death touch and kills me. Is this a viable block? No. We're gaining 4, we're at 6. Is this the best block? Is it better to like kill this? 6, we're dying. I don't want to just... Okay, so kill this. Block. Chump. One, two, three, four. No, 1, 2, 3. We're dead to the monastery card unless we block like this, which they could have that. Keeping this, keeping this, losing this, backswing, 2 blockers, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is the way to win on the backswing. like to have the best shot. Just to chump here. Because we're just trying to win next turn. No effects. No FX, the band. Yeah, I think we win. That's cool. Just watching today. Getting back to novel writing, only written one paragraph. That's so real. That's exciting. What are you trying to write about? Yeah, I'm obviously not doing anything writing related today on my stream. Wasn't feeling mentally there for it, nor my voice really. I mean, I'm still talking a lot playing Magic, but this like conceptually feels easier to talk about than poetry. Like somehow talking about poetry would hurt my voice more than talking about Magic, which is quite silly. We win here, right? Block, we get in with 3 guys. So unless they have an effect. That's an effect. It doesn't block though. So, because there's Decayed. Can't block. Only card with Decayed in the set. I think we win. Good try. GBR, Great Britain, Rob Street. That's what we're calling them. Great Britain, GB, Rob Street. I don't know. There's probably a Rob Street in the whole land of Great Britain. What do we think that means? GB? What? It could be Brob. Robs? Robst? G. Brobst? Maybe Brobst is their last name. Or it's like a GB Robst. Like an author name. TS. CS. JRR. Oh, they're roping me. They just... I think it's funny that people do this. Yeah, they're just stalling out their time. Little do they know I can yap forever while and I'm not losing anything by sitting here. So little did they know. It's a beautiful thing. I get to look at this difficult board state that I navigated to victory. I mean, maybe they should have been more careful about their attacks sitting at 3 life. It's not my fault. Not my fault you suck. They don't suck. They played pretty decently and they stumbled on lands at start. This card's scary. This is very aggressive. It just comes in and starts killing you. And then with this thing, like mobilizing, holy shit. Like that's pretty tough. Yeet. I'll just play it for the... Get the Corey Steel Cutter. Get the triggers. Tap their thing. Attach. Swing out. They rope me again because they've already left. And then we win. It's going to be a fantasy novel that explores a lot of existential and philosophical ideas. Who knows, lol. Yeah. There's... I guess that's still keeping it quite broad, which is nice. What kind of fantasy are you thinking? Are you feeling like a medieval European kind of fantasy, or are we taking it in a different direction? You know, this set of Magic the Gathering, this fantasy set, is inspired by Asia, particularly I think the Mongol kind of aesthetic, this sort of steppe, clan kind of thing, right? There's also some I'd say East Asian inspiration in this set, right? And that's still fantasy, so we can do lots of things with fantasy. We're 3-0. This is a good start. Yeah, I haven't read a fantasy novel in a minute. I don't know what the last fantasy book I read was. Maybe it was... I don't think The Left Hand of Darkness counts. That's sci-fi. I don't even remember. It's really been a minute since I've read fantasy. I used to read it a lot. I've never read Tolkien. I've actually started Tolkien and didn't finish. This is okay if we draw a land, particularly a white land, because we could go like Quarry on two, Betrayal into Descendant, make a guy swing. If we get Descendant on one, I guess that's cool as well. We could like equip Quarry. Um, this is actually an interesting thing. It could be better to hold Descendant to get to get an activation of Quarry to make the thing on turn three. That banks on us playing Strategic Betrayal, and maybe it's better to just start doing. I think it's almost always a mistake probably to not play your one drop, especially like this guy's very strong and aggressive, and like maybe they just we just start swinging. I haven't finished Lord of the Rings either. I think I've read the first quarter of The Hobbit twice. I think is my Tolkien reading experience. And it's not even that I didn't like it. Like it was good. I don't know why I stopped. Maybe because both times I started reading it out of the feeling that I was like obligated to read it because I like call myself like someone who likes fantasy, and I'm like, but I haven't read The Hobbit, so I'm like, man, I have to like read this to so I can stop being a poser. And then that made me not enjoy it or something. Not sure. Sort of a performative thing. Now we can go. What are they doing? Do we just go Corey? If they have a counterspell, I guess that's cool. Make monks. Monka S. I think we're just winning. We have a 2/2. We're swinging for 6. We have a bunch of prowess guys. We have removal on deck, which pumps our whole board. Oh, they're just tapping our guy. We are so chill. Like, there's no way they get out of this. Performative reading is too real. Yeah. Okay, they're dead, is what's happening. Oh, they are super dead. We just go kill that. Do we win this turn? I think we win. They might just concede before we. Yeah, Tersa's lethal. Wow. Damn. This card is no joke. I guess that's why it like broke modern. 15 damage on turn 5. Wow. Yeah. I haven't been reading that much at all lately, but I just started a book that hopefully I'll keep reading. The issue is actually that like the light that I use at night went out, and if it's out, then I like don't have the right light. And then I'm like laying there before bed and I'm in the dark and the light isn't there to turn on to read, and it breaks everything. So then I end up like watching like YouTube shorts or scrolling on Reddit, which is way worse than Robin Wall Kimmerer's Braiding Sweetgrass, which I've read the first couple chapters of, and it's very, very good. Yeah, I need to work on that light situation. What are we going into? Game 5 and we're 4-0? That's good. That means we're guaranteed to do another draft. I think we're just gonna. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm gonna draft until I run out of gems, because that could mean like genuinely drafting forever. If I do well, it could turn into a real marathon stream. But I guess that would sort of make it quite Sisyphean. This looks okay. Hopefully we can scry into a black land to curve into Alchemist Tursa. I say an argument to curve here, discard Alchemist and give lifelink, but that's probably a little too cute. I don't think there's an argument for doing that. Give me a black land or a white card. White card is good. Yeah. We don't have anything on 2. Wait, we have fixing. What am I talking about? Okay. Maybe I'm supposed to keep both of those creatures. Am I feeling like Sisyphus? Am I feeling like Sisyphus? I mean, like, maybe always, right? That's sort of the idea of the metaphor, maybe. But I mean, I certainly titled my stream as a suggestion that I'm like Sisyphus, but see these magic quick drafts on Arena, right? They cost 750 gems. And if you get a certain number of wins, you get enough gems back to like do a draft again, right? And then you can sort of go forever. But it's generally set up in a way that you're gonna run out of gems at some point. So the boulder is gonna roll back down and you're not gonna be able to roll it up again. But and then it's like death, it's like the end of the road. And so so then but if you do well, then you get to like roll the boulder forever. You get to like go infinite and draft and then like get more gems than you spent and then kind of like accrue value. But it's very hard to do, which sort of like doesn't follow the Sisyphus metaphor because I think we just want to swing. Swing. But what do I discard? Do I just discard a land? Because I don't really want this mountain. Do I discard this as well? I think that's good. That's cool. Probably. Anyway. So yeah. So the goal is to keep drafting forever and ever. And end up in a sort of loop of rolling the boulder, finishing the draft, going back to the start, drafting again, rolling the boulder back up the hill, and not stumbling in such a way that we get crushed by the boulder, have a draft where we get 0 wins, and then just fall back to a place where we cannot begin again or something. 3/3 is annoying. See, the issue with Tursa is like she's trying to do this like attacking thing, and then she's just a 3/3. She's just a little 3/3. I could attack with both, try to get them to block, and then like go for a 2-for-1 with rally. I think that's a good idea. Block the way that's so incredibly obvious to you, the Karn Father. Do it. Nothing bad will happen. You're safe here. Okay, splitting the difference, understandable. I'll keep Tursa and deal 2 extra damage to you. Just a 1-for-1. But there are worse things than going 1-for-1 and getting in for damage. They've got all of this nonsense. That card is incredibly good. I love this card. I think it's such a cool design. It just they work so well in multiples. Earlier today I did a draft where I had 4 of these in my deck. It was crazy. Do we want to get something back? It lets us set up to double spell. But not this turn. We could just static snare and be aggressive. That's very aggressive. We could Alchemist's Assistant swing static snare. That makes it feel less aggressive because we're gaining life. Bam. I think that card's scary. It might be an aggressive use of static snare because they could come down with a dragon with haste that swings and gains them life and draws a card or something. Oh wait, they're just playing this. I didn't even see that they exiled that. I should really pay more attention. Focus. Well, that's pretty good for them. I would love to draw a land, to play this, to tap a thing. Not drawing a land. We'll double spell next turn. Next turn we'll just go this into this. We'll scry. We'll do all this stuff. We're not going to have Tersa die here. That seems pretty silly. But they're going to start gaining a lot of life back. Adepts go crazy. This isn't so bad, though. They definitely have a Rally the Monastery in hand. I just block here. Then if they use it, we trade. Then they're 2 for 1ing themselves, but I'm going down to 10. Like, there's no way they don't have a trick. And maybe it's just like a... I don't think they would attack like that if they had the strike. So it's probably Rally the Monastery. But I'm okay with them using it here. That would make sense. Like, I don't have a 4-power creature, so I haven't fired. Okay, it's just a strike. I guess I should have blocked elsewise. That's okay. My mistake. Got too clever. Play guys. Scry. Krumar? Is Krumar good here? He's a guy. He lets me double spell next turn. That's good enough for me. Swing and gain life. Extra 3 damage. Cool. Afraid of a combat trick that doesn't exist. Maybe there's that like +1/+1 flying one or something. Or it's like, I don't know. Not sure. I guess when you have this guy, you're wanting to be careful. So we'll chump block the 10 damage. Otherwise, we're not in a horrible spot. We get to double spell, tap a thing, scry. We get that back. Nice. What do I tap? If I tap a 2-drop, then their blocking options are to like double block this and kill it with a bird and a guy, or trade for Corey, which I'm like fine with either of those options, I think. But Devotee gets in the way, so maybe that's the block. Because if they have 2 2/2s, then they can double block that way, and that's not very helpful for us. And then this guy just gets to swing fine, unless they double block here, which I guess is okay as well. It's not like great, but I'm fine to trade this for... The Disciple gets out of hand pretty quickly, so probably for that. I think they'll just take this. Maybe they'll chump with like a bird, but I don't think they will. They seem like they know what they're doing. I'm kind of hungry. I didn't really eat much today yet. I should probably do that. Maybe I'll get a snack after. Okay, that's fine. After this, maybe after this draft rather than after this match. I can take like a break. When I'm like streaming a game, I can't see when ads happen on the stream, so I don't know when to take breaks. This is gonna get haste. That's pretty strong. They're at 11. We have +4 damage on the backswing. They have 1 blocker. We have a double spell, tap their thing. So we just want to make sure we have to block. No trample. I think we just win. A little aggressive with your 11 life there and my ability to tap your things. They also know that I scried to the top. Bottom, bottom. Doesn't matter though. +2, +2, +2, +2. That's fun to say. +2, +2, +2, +2. Oh, the ads just started? Then maybe I'll get a... They go for like 3 minutes, so maybe I'll go run and get a snack. As soon as this game ends right now. Unless they rope me. Then I'll be mad about being roped. Because I want to go get a snack. Maybe... Oh, I think they're just letting it happen. That's quite pleasant. But bam, you're dead. Okay, I'm going to go get a snack of some kind. Some kind of sustenance. Hey, we're in gold. That's awesome. That makes me... That makes my, like, reward circuitry in my brain, like, tick. 5-game winning streak. That's pretty good. I'll be back in a sec. Okay. I'm back. And I have an apple. Which I feel like I'm gonna, like... I don't know if that's, like... audible on stream when I'm crunching. Hopefully not. Let's try to get this 7 win. Or this 6th win. And then the 7th win, I suppose. Alright. Why isn't this loading? Is stream okay? Stream looks okay. Are we just gonna have like the draw thing up here? That'd be uncool. Okay, 2-lander on the draw, but we have a 2-drop. We have potentially removal, a way to bail us out of a bad situation, some pretty high upside, and they took a mulligan I think we can keep. It's still risky, but take risks sometimes, you know? Krumar can at least like spit out 1/1s if we truly get nothing. That can maybe help us stay alive. This is good. This makes it look like we're confident. Oh, excellent. Okay, they are going slow. We're gonna try to get as much out of this as we can before playing anything. And actually, I think we start making tokens in this sitch because tokens are cards. I know I said it's better to do counters earlier, but that's a card. It's 3 mana, draw a card. Anything on turn 3? Thinking hard. Hell yeah. Okay, so they use their good removal on a 1-drop. We get to keep playing things. Next turn, we'll do Quarry Steelcutter into make 2 monks. And then we'll be able to static snare anything they play. And then this can draw us cards if we are like truly stuck from there and need to play the long game. But this is not looking like it's going to be a long game. 2 monks or 4 damage. I think 2 monks. They could be at 12 right now. Maybe we'll keep track of that. See if we would have been able to kill them sooner. I guess it doesn't matter. Maybe having a bigger board contributed to them scooping. They had 4 lands. What's their problem? Okay. On to game 7. I think if I count the 2 drafts this morning, that'll be my 3rd 7 win in a row. Unless I lose 3 straight games here. Yeah. Okay. We've got my little gold ranked existence paired up against the number 1000 drafter in the region. I think that's probably regional. I don't know if that's global. That might be within America. I'm going first. I have a 3-drop. It can hold down the fort. We have Elsbeth. I have no white mana. Static Snare. Rally. 3 dead cards in a hand. This is a hard one. Because this in hand is just wins. I think I'd go for it. This can also act as like removal if they have an early play. That's not helpful. About like half of our deck is good hits right now, as in any land, any black card, any red card. I said any land, but I would have liked for that one to be white. I think we'll just flash in end of turn. They're playing slow. They have something unless they're just on full control, which is the better way to play, and I probably should be playing on that. Removal is nice. Maybe they have like that flash, like leopard guy, or they just removal, tap. Okay. Not too much of an issue. If they play a creature, oh, excellent. Perfect removal for Codas. And wow, we might be okay here. This is still pretty bad with the hand in our land situation, but that's my fault. I just got a text, but I don't know where my phone is. Where would my phone be? I don't know. I don't really care. We gotta land. Oh, there it is. Who's texting me? Okay. Land. This thing. Now we have double white. We can take another white land just in case they kill this. And if they decide to attack, we have Static Snare, and we have Rally the Monastery if they play anything scary. So they're just drawing cards. I'm sort of afraid. I feel like they, like very possibly, like I don't think a Mythic would be running counter magic in draft, but I guess I've seen crazier things. They could have that snake, but it only counters creature spells. I could almost like try to rally here to like bait out whatever interaction they might have. I don't know if that's crazy. I just don't want Elsbeth to just get yoinked. This is good with oh, no, not that. This is good with Elsbeth because we could almost just like do a 0 immediately and try to win quickly. I mean, obviously it's like better to hold that. Oh, this lets us like Pack Beast, Prowess triggers. It's probably worth it. Resolves. Make tokens. Win the game. Okay. Snake. Counter my creature spell. Oh no. Okay. I think I'll be okay here. If I had to guess. It's not lethal on board, but 2, 4, 6, 8, 13 damage. Any big creature gets killed. If they don't do anything, we just make guys. Plus we have Static Snare. That's good. That is hexproof. Dragon. Do I 0? Try to put as much pressure down as fast as possible. Do I plus? I think I just 0. I think we want to win. I think I want to win. I would like to win this game against this Mythic. Marx. Marx like Karl Marx. Boom. We got it. Easy. 7 wins. I guess let's go on and try to keep the streak going. Just farm Tarkir drafts. Because we have enough gems for it. So might as well. I technically could do like a traditional draft, and I like those more because I appreciate like the mini game of sideboarding and the draft aspect of like having to choose for your sideboard. But um, I think I'd rather just play more games, and I think I will craft some cards, some rares or whatever, so I have more of a chance to like get gems off of having four ofs, because that helps us go infinite, and that's what we want. Craft. Is there anything I have three ofs of? Three ofs of? Because that's an easy investment. Corey. Which? Why are there two? You get both versions. Maybe there's like an alchemy version or a patch version. I don't know. Tursa. So now if we draft any of these, I think we get gems unless they change that. I really have no idea how Arena works. Any other three of rares? It's worth having four Nature's Rhythms, I feel like, in the current standard meta. But I can do this. That's a card you might take in draft, I guess. It's not great. Oh. No other rares. Okay. Trying to get that full set collection. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do another one. See if I suck at drafting. Okay. Tigum. That card's like good, right? It's like okay. I mean, it's sort of weird because it's so incredibly slow. But it's so incredibly strong to just like copy your spells. And it's creatures too, right? It's not just non-creature. So like as a 2-drop, that has the chance to just like win you the game on turn 6. I mean, sort of whenever those time counters start, cashing in. Worth playing, right? Like at worst, it's a 2-mana 2/2. I like this card a lot. I like having killing thing and killing artifacts and enchantments and a creature all on one card is like genuinely pretty bonkers. Frontline Rush, very aggressive. I like this card as well. We saw this guy do lots of good things in our last draft. I feel like the Sage can kind of like win games, come down, tap a thing. All of these cards are good. There's an argument to stay in blue because we went blue, but I like cheaper things. So then like this is an argument. I like removal, so Stormbrood. This is putting us into like many colors early, which isn't necessarily a problem in this format, but also something I don't like. I think I'm mostly between these, and I think I'm mostly going to choose Disruptive Stormbrood. This is obviously like Jeskai, but we don't need to play Tigum and Jeskai. You just need to be casting spells. Interesting if you like play this, because then when you copy it, you get back the dragon, probably. Maybe you get to choose, I don't know. Lion Weight is in the colors that we have taken, which are not necessarily our colors. It's pretty good. I think it's a 2-for-1, kill a thing, draw a card, basically. The trawlers are pretty dope if you're like doing both things, and you kind of have to build around it. I mean, like we'll probably be wanting to have spells, like the Narset's Rebuke, those kinds of things if we're playing Tigum. Detainment is just good. Detainment's probably better than probably better than Lion Weight in terms of like flexibility. None of this. I think I'll take Kishla Trawlers just like to keep my colors more open. Because like getting your best spell back is pretty strong. Osseous Exhale is maybe... I mean, like, this card's strong. Great for just, like, getting rid of dragons, but at the same time, very demanding color-wise. Very demanding if we're trying to play Taigam. Not very demanding if we're trying to play Stormbrood. Osseous Exhale slots in pretty easily, and I think is, like, good. My phone is, like, genuinely blowing up. Wow. 12. Okay. Just family. Osseous Exhale is interactive. I mean, it's nice with like Kishla. Not necessarily doing Taigam things. None of this is. Twin Bolt, I think, is bad. It's like randomly really good and then mostly really bad. Kin Tree. What? Look at that art. Isn't that just gorgeous? Like, so... Right, tragic. For his crimes, burn his blood and cut him from his ancestors. Parination is only for family. Damn, and this... So we're like... Is this him? Or is this him? Is he going off and being severed? Oh, here's the tree. I love this, like, geometric art in the background. I think he's the one being severed from the kin tree. Maybe he's trying to, like, hold on. Hard to tell. It's worth taking cards just because they have beautiful art, I think. But I don't think this is for this. Like, I don't know how much I want to play like 4-color green, but we could. Like, this card lets us play 4-color green. I actually like this relic card. Like, it's really strong to just like have a any color mana rock, then like make a dragon. And like, okay, so we're maybe blue-green so far, but like too early to say. Hi, Callie. We could have 2 Osseous Exhales right now, which is cool, but I think we're playing a little more of an ambitious deck now. Hawks are probably not for this one. Oh, Hawk Tua. But Riverwalk is bad. Maybe Tranquil Cove. Like, this is looking oddly... It would be, like, really strange to play, like, Bant. We have this black thing, too. So maybe we're just playing, like, Bant Black or Sultai White or whatever. We have fixing for it. That was, like, the 3rd Osseous Exhale. Like, if we grab this Sultai guy, then we're kind of doing the thing. This guy's always kind of somewhat nice to have. Always somewhat. Snakeskin Veil's pretty bad. Focus the Mind is a great card, though. Cool with Taigam, right? Play a spell, play this discounted, draw 3 discard, do it again later because of Taigam. Night Watch. Look at the top 3 cards. You may put one of those back. It's okay. We just play Wayfarer. Like, having these little creatures with the relic is nice, and with Taigam, it's value. There's a world where dragon is useful. There's a world where that's playable, and that's never playable. Okay. This is like more awkward than the last draft. Essence Anchor, I think, is pretty dirtily. I think this deck is pretty dirtily, but anchoring might be like too much dirtle. In which case we're just taking a knockout maneuver, keeping our mostly green-blue while having some white and black, I guess. I like this card. We have lots of creatures, so... any of these work, probably. I don't remember what this does. Gives things extra counters. We're doing that somewhat, but not really. This deck is feeling very awkward. Like, we're not where we want to be. I think it's probably just taking this green guy, but he's kind of expensive. Another 5-drop, right? We have... This is a 3-drop. Maybe we go here. This is a 3-drop. This is really a 1-drop, an extra land. Maybe it's okay. I don't think I want to take this. This is counters. This is counters. This gives things extra counters. I don't think we're like enough in that synergy to really want that. This is in a whole nother direction. We're not in red at all. I don't think we want to be in red. So... cheaper card. I think that's sometimes just what you have to default to, or what I default to. So... a forecaster, we could sort of do silly things, but I think that's bad. I think these relics are good. I think this helps us with our pretty aggressive mana situation, and then curving into some of these larger things. And then they themselves, you know, like don't really take up like a spot in the deck because they turn in a big dragon. So that's good. Rebuff is nice. A good way to stay alive while we're doing whatever dirtily nonsense this deck is doing. This is probably okay. Draws a card, is a body. Fixing? It's only fixing for this. It lets us be more confidently in white if we see white cards we want. I think this sucks. I think all of this pretty much sucks. Oh, this is that one. This one's actually okay. We don't have any 4-drops. This card is reach. This card hits. This card, I think, is like better than it looks. I think it does counter things, which maybe we're sort of doing. This card's great. This card is cool with counters. I think this card is just strong, though, and keeps us alive. And since we don't know what we're doing, at least we can try to make a deck that keeps us alive. None of this? Are we... maybe we're, like, in some edge case playing that card, but... this guy is possibly playable. And this just still feels very awkward. I don't like this card, but again, like edge case playable. Truths is like an okay last card. Just the Tawny back isn't horrible. It demands red of us because it's only really good if you're playing it on 3, I feel. Like we have if we have 2 of them, then you can take the forecaster and then this card's okay, but I think it's still bad. It's still bad. Tawny back is more likely. Codis. I think that just is beautiful. With like some of these counter things. Codis. I will never complain about a Codis. Sultai Monument. I don't think we need to be playing that many relics. We're low on creatures right now. 3 relics would just be bad, probably. Though 1-drop, 2-drop, 2-drop. Yeah, we don't need more relics. As much as I like the card sometimes. Fixing. this guy. I think I'll take the land here. We have like no removal. Well, we have like the bounce spell. That's a kill spell. This card's good too. Like anything that we can use to stack counters onto Cotis is cool. Not that we're like playing around that because this isn't a commander deck. Lion Wait. Alchemist Assistant. We're not really in white at all. I mean, we might as well play this for this, I guess. And for the eventuality of activating this card. Mammoth Below. I think I want creatures. I think I wanna hit face and win the game, and I think this card does that too. Yeah, it's just the way to win in this like set is just to kill people. Like people play all these big dragons, and if you play creatures and you add mana and you play strong stuff, like you're not gonna lose, you know. Knockout Maneuver, Irenia's a buff. Kintree Severance. Is it worth another Kishla? Is Dragonclaw Strike better because it's removal and makes our guys big? I think I want to fill in the curve with this card. It's like a 3-2, right? Yeah, that card's good. Card draw. It's like a Gitaxian Probe, but way worse. It's good with Tigum. It's good at just existing. Good with Kishla Trawlers. I guess it's fine. This deck is very strange. It's going like every which way. And I don't think it'll be bad. I do think we just play this. Witness your emotes. I said hi to you, but you have more emotes. How are you doing, Callie? Okay, this guy's helpful. This lets us have more creatures, I guess. I wonder if we like should have been just like full on 5 color and had like the mammoth below. Below. There was like a meme on Magic the Circle Jerking that was mammoth below, and now I just call it mammoth below. I mean, maybe we just take another one and this is our top end. We're just playing relics and it's okay. And then Champion of Dusan to stay alive. And then like whatever. I don't know, maybe with all these relics we should just be playing big cards. But you need it, like the thing with the relics is like you need to have little guys to use them. But if you have multiple, then you can just make all the colors and get dragons. We have a bunch of stuff that keeps us alive. Like, I don't think this deck is bad. It's just weird. I can cut a land. Probably not a green one. Probably a black one. And a black card. No, just a... Probably got a creature. Unending Whisper? Tigum will still... Yeah, I don't think I always like this card that much. We're not playing that much blue. Like, maybe it's the Sagu Pummeler, but, like, creatures are cool. Maybe this is bad deck building. It's okay. Okay. We are playing against John Lefavre. We have draw, we have creature, we probably get to play Relic, and then maybe we find another land. Yeah, now we're good. Still have no green, which is super awkward and uncool, but we have another draw, and we have a guy, and we have removal that we can't play, but if we get another land, any land, we can play the removal. I hate playing dirtily decks like this. Tap that. At least we're gaining some life. Codis is cool if we draw a land. There's probably a hand that was worth mulliganing. Would we ever exile a Tempest Hawk if we draw like a Plains here? We can offer the trade. That's my only one. This shuffled straight back to the top. That's messed up. At least we draw a land. It's not the land we want, but it's the land we got. Okay. We're like gaining hella life. We can play Kin Tree Severance. Still looking for a green land. And struggling. But we've drawn a bunch of cards. And that feels good, at least. It feels good to draw cards, even if we're losing. But we're not losing yet, right? Oh, I should hit end turn. That's what happens when I talk to stream. I forget how to like play the game. What you got, John Lefavre? Reigning Victor is pretty terrifying. Oh no, it doesn't have haste. It's probably worth severing. It ends up doing a lot of damage when we're like, we don't have green yet. I can wait. It ends up doing a lot of damage with this guy. I mean, it's swinging for 4. It's making a thing. It's pinging me. So that's like 5 damage if we let it stay on the board. I'd rather just have them swing for 1 here. Stay alive until we can stabilize with Codis, Relic, make a dragon, you know. All that good stuff. Codis comes down and like starts blocking forever. So I think we'll be fine. And we get that. So now I can make 2 good blockers. Is it better to get the Relic down? I can do the Relic, tap Codis, make the Sniper, which makes me think I should have sequenced this the other way, but I guess the Sniper is almost a better blocker than Codis if I'm trying to kill this thing. So it works out, my lack of thought. And then we can give Codis Lifelink. Lifelink and Indestructible is a lovely combination. But maybe I'll just get these things down. Because if I get them down, then this can die. This can get counters on Codis faster. And then if this dies, no attacks. If this dies, this guy, his first time, put a 1 counter on that creature. So this will get like a bunch of counters when champion dies. Then Codis just becomes like an unstoppable force. Codis is already an unstoppable force. I take that back. That's going to be 2 counters. So I think that pretty much handles the game unless they static snare here. Or that. Okay. Cool. That's like worst case scenario. At least we replay Codis. And then he'll still be able to get lifelink, and we can swing with champion because I would just love for it to die. And then Codis can get big. Codis can start stealing their deck. I can start winning. Unless they have an answer for Codis, which would kind of make that block make sense. Yeah. Jeez. This looks like my standard control deck. I run like Inevitable Defeats and Jeskai Revelation. Goodbye, Codis. No blocks. I hate how this is covering my life total. I think it's 11 though. At least I make a dragon. And this has lifelink too. And just kind of starts winning the game. So, still okay. Nope. We're just playing against removal.deck. Well, I can at least go Vigilance. Vigilance, Trample, Reach, Death Touch, Lifelink on this guy. And then maybe that will keep me alive. Nope. Wow. Sure. What am I at? 6. Okay. I'm not dead yet. What a incredible slew of removal. Revelation, Inevitable Defeat, Convenient Desperate Measures, Stormplane Detainment. Taiga is too little too late, unfortunately. So our 7-game win streak is broken, and this is a bad way to start a draft, but you know, it's okay. Maybe they'll swing out. And they've got me either way. Wait, do I live? I could have just killed me in the air, right? Oh, no. Okay. Okay. On to the next one. Okay, so this deck is like bad. So we need to... I don't think it's... I mean, it's pretty bad. I don't think there's much to be done. I think we did get steamrolled by like perfect removal on every chance. So I think we'll still get a few wins here, at least. Okay. We are back. I ate my apple, so now I don't need to like keep turning my mic off when I'm chewing, and I feel like I can just talk normally now. Another bad hand, kind of. And another hand that I feel like I'm going to gamble on because I have Tygum. Or maybe the other one I was gambling for something else. I don't remember. But like... I think we'll be okay. At very least, Tygum will scare them. Maybe they'll play a creature, which will let us draw a card. We can tap our own Tygum to draw a card, if we need to. And we might be okay. We have fixing. We have removal. We have bounce. We got this. Swing with Tygum. I probably put another creature on the board just for pressure. I'll still be able to double spell next turn and, you know, potentially like double the disruptive Stormbrood, which will come back later as a dragon. Oh, wait. Okay, so what we do is we cast this. We get whatever land, doesn't really matter. Probably matters. Double green. I'll take double blue. And then we'll swing. They'll static snare. We will get our trigger. And then in 4 turns, we'll get the dragon. Right? We have a copy with 4 time counters on it. That's pretty cool. Oh, and then this guy can just come and eat that, actually, when we get a land. So we'll get Tygum back. Or we want to kill this one, I'm not sure. Jest Guide. Beginning of your upkeep, create a goblin against haste. That's not a big deal. I would love to draw a card, but I don't seem to have a way to do that. So, play a guy. Dragon coming down in 3 turns. I wonder if I get to choose the side of that when I play it. Maybe? It's not an interaction I've had in this format yet. No blocks. Big cocks, no blocks, as they say. With power 3 or less. I want to save this to get Tygum back. I can bounce it. I think I'm still trying to pressure them here. It definitely just slows them down. Like, they have like 2 goblins and that's whatever. They get lifelink. That's cool. War effort. Okay. So, I mean, getting Tygum back will be cool, I guess. It might... I don't think it's better to destroy the other thing. The goblins are, like, manageable. Like, we're still racing. And then, like, we get to do a knockout maneuver and then have a copy of it later, which is cool. And I think they're just going to keep attacking even though they're generally behind on the race. And that's fine with me. I don't know, maybe they have like a twin bolt here. No, they don't have red. What's this? Just a guy. So we'll punch something. We'll punch that. Wait, can I just kill something, bounce something, win? Wait a second, I have a tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can only get 1 more damage on the board, so we're just going to play the big dragon. The way that triggers that, and then it's going to help me get a double of another thing, that's pretty cool. Okay, I actually probably want to gain more life. So it looks like something like that. And then something like Ureni's rebuff, bouncing forebear. They're going to have this again. I should just set up to be able to kill them in the air. So we attack like that for 5, and then 7 in the air is... Although they have the dragon. So... Which we don't have a way to kill immediately. They're attacking with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys with +1. I don't... Creatures you control get +1/+0. They make a guy. They have a haster. That's 11. If I only leave back one blocker, I'm dead to removal. So I think I should swing like this. Taigum's not really like gonna do anything now. They can play this. That's 3. They can do that. I just need to block one thing. Which means I'm dead to a pump spell as well. But they can't do everything, so that's good. I don't think this will matter, if I had to guess. Taigum is really good with these dragons, because you can just play the left side and then get it for free later as a dragon. That's very cool. Interesting. I'll definitely block one of them. If they have monastery whatever, they only get 4 extra damage, and that's 6. What other pump spells are there? There's like the goblin one. I feel like there's something that gives everything +2. And they're like dead on the backswing anyway with 1 blocker. So I should probably play it like that. Cool. Right, even if they... Oh no, they gain life. They're not dead. That's silly of me. It's okay though, because it clears their board a bit. I don't have anything to Kishla back. That was the wrong creature to play, probably. Although they can make a guy. A soldier, I guess that's maybe what they're doing. They're giving that flying. Sure. I think I might be winning. I think we'll just swing out because it's a forced block, and then play Sagu as a blocker. Like, they're not winning from this spot. That doesn't help. Having the lifelink, though, is nice. And I guess we can do it here for most immediate effect. And now, if they attack, they're gaining me life. It's even, so they're just gaining 2. Maybe they have something. I mean, they almost certainly do. They were kind of implying like a monastery seed, or seize the opportunity, yeah. They gain a bunch of life. I get to... just play this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can do both. As I play this as the blocker, exile or return target instant or sorcery. No instants or sorceries. Okay. I have to keep racing. I'm not dead on board with this guy, because they're going to have 4 attackers. Now, I'm also not winning on the backswing, because this doesn't come down until the following turn. But if I don't block at all, then I kill them. Yeah, okay. So we take 4. No, because we're not swinging back with this anyway. So we would block and kill it. Swing, we're down to 7. I don't think we can swing. We need to draw a blocker. I think if we draw a blocker, we're okay. Or anything that gives a counter, which, like that elder guy. Or this is like 1 turn late. The elder guy. That's what I was talking about. They have like hella mana up though, which is suspicious. This has been a good game. I think they're just holding this. I mean, maybe they have an effect. They have an effect. It's just chumping. So I think I still live, but now I don't kill them. Well, I do still kill them on the backswing when Sage of the Fang dies. It's just a matter of living through the attack, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers. 3. I'll block that one. Or they have a pump spell, and then I'm dead. Nope, because then I renew that. I add counters here. So if they don't have interaction, they lose. But they have a flyer. Oh. And it doesn't get trample. So I need removal now. Or... Wait! I have removal! Oh, that's so clutch. Okay, we win. Because then we... What a game. Okay. That was quite the battle. We're gonna get to platinum today. Probably not. I don't think I can. I feel like if I get to like 7 wins on this draft, I like have to keep going though. Just to keep the streak. I think this deck is okay. That was definitely pulling back a very difficult one from a pretty aggressive deck. I don't actually remember how that game started. That was like a half-hour game of best of 1 draft. It's good. It's good. We have fixing and Codis, and even if we don't have fixing, we have Codis, and we have random 3/2s to hold it down. This doesn't bother me. We will keep lots of tapped lands. Gonna have to sequence them correctly. I think I play the guy on 2. And then tapped on 3. Because then if we draw untapped, we get Codis on 4. And I think we still do it this way because we still want Codis on 4. Because Codis is a good threat. And if they kill this, it doesn't matter because we still have mana for Codis. I don't really know what they're doing. Like maybe they just don't have a 3-drop, or they're thinking about a removal spell. Boltcaster. I guess that makes sense. One might think about saving that. That's a great draw here, except that we can play it because we have fixing. That's nice. That helps us keep curving through until Codis. We don't really need the fixing anymore. They don't want to trade, which is fair. Maybe I'm supposed to hang back and block, but 3 damage. It's okay. This means I get to keep attacking back. Interesting. Just going in for damage. I don't mind this. Oh, I wanted to attack again. Codis blocks forever, though. So the monks are pretty useless now. And we can start building like a real board with big guys and dragons and whatever. And hold on to these Kishla Trawlers as long as I can. Hopefully I find an instant or sorcery. I would love to get knockout maneuver right? Then I can punch, I can start getting it back, I can, punch again, Codis gets bigger, steal cards. Interesting attack. That doesn't really feel like a good attack at all. But I'll take it, T.K. What are they trying to do? I wonder if they meant to like activate this, but even that would be pretty bad. Seize. That doesn't really help them. It's like they're spending a lot of cards to try to get in for not a lot of damage. And I guess that doesn't bother me. Do I try to go for a Codis attack? Might as well. It's like fringe upside. I probably don't steal anything if I hit them, but people are pretty scared of Codis a lot, and maybe they just block. No, so I can get a 2-drop. Yeah. I think I'm still okay, though. Like, this can just block a monk. If, like, absolutely necessary. If they're just activating that, I don't care. Oh, yeah, those guys don't go away at the end. They're, like, special. I can just do this. And then I can, like, go wide with this guy. I can hit them again with Codis. If they let me. Maybe that was a bad thing. I probably should have been a little more conservative with my attacks. This can give everything +1/+1. This makes 2 blockers. I can swing with Codis. Block, block. I'm dead. I think I'm just going to attack. Because they'll maybe block. They didn't before. But that's fine. Because then we make 2 blockers. They're only getting in with 3 attackers for total damage of 6. Which is like pretty aggressive. I'm putting myself dead. No, I'm not dead to removal because they need mana for activation. Keep this one. Block like that. They pump. Oh no, I don't keep either. That's me saying silly things. I might just be too far behind because I'm attacking with Codis. Codis, I just want to attack with him because he's Codis, but definitely better to keep him back sometimes. Let me see if I get a land. That would be nice. Oh, I can't even play it. Kishla Trawlers. Exile this. Get the knockout. Do this. Tap this guy. We're up to 5. 2 blockers. I'm not dying. I'm probably dying. They probably have something. I'm dead to removal on Kishla. Dead to them tapping a blocker. Yep. Well, I played that quite poorly. That's just me being dumb. I may have been napping to some dulcet sound of Magic the Gathering play-by-play. Fair enough. Well, This was unintelligent of me. I was way too aggressive there with Codis. Like, he's so good as a blocker. I think it's good to just remember, like, having Codis sit on the board not attacking is okay. Because now I'm putting myself in quite a bad record to claw out of. Um, but we'll try to win some games still. I'm just at the point where I'm on my 4th draft of the day. And I think that usually is when I start to like slow down and play worse, and that's probably when I should stop. So it goes. So it goes. Walkere. I can't roll my R's because my throat is weird. Ar. My mouth, my face hurts. Not my face, my throat. This is like bad. Like, I don't have green. I don't really want to risk it on a 2-lander. This is bad. I don't have green. I'm just gonna. Okay. This is better. That's almost castable. Is that really what I'm doing? I don't have black. Ugh. Gross. Well, maybe I shouldn't have mulliganed twice. I think I need this. It's probably this hand, unfortunately. At least I gained 2 life. I have a land, so I get a 4/4. I have a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. Reach will be helpful against these Delta blood flies. That's not super scary. It'll only be a 3/2 by the time I have a 4/4. Oh, it can be a 4/3 though. And then it gets out of the way of Disruptive Stormbrood, and the flies start doing more damage. Jeez, this might actually suck. But I don't think they get it on this one because their triggers won't see the counter on Descendant. So we're only taking 5 here. And then Pummeler can block flies. Yeah. And then I can make a dragon, at least. Or I can hold on to it. Wow. They're playing Fly Tribal. So we'll definitely do the Pummeler. They might have removal, but at least we'll have the dragon to block more flies. If I get killed by flies on a mold of 5, that would be pretty sad. I think this card is not good. But maybe they have like 8 of them in their deck, and this is the whole plan. In which case, I think that's brilliant and probably more consistent. I mean, they are in like the 1 loss and the 2 losses and 1 win bracket, so their deck probably can't be that good. We'll see. +2. Sure. I'll take damage. Okay. I think we've like pretty much stabilized. Unless they play like some big haymaker here. It looks like they might just be playing black-white, which is kind of crazy to do and to play 2 colors in this set. Wow. Flying indestructible. I might be dead. I take 3, I'm down to 5. I block 2 things, I die. Well, that was a shitty draft. um, yeah, I think it's time to be done streaming. At least I still have gems to do another draft another day. And maybe I'll stream that too, because I like doing that. Maybe they don't find lethal. They find lethal. They're not that slow. Wait, it's not lethal. I block. I have to chump. Ugh. Well, if I'm chumping, I think that's worse. Definitely rather trade with this thing. I can't do that. Well, we'll try to live another turn. Might as well. There's no outs at this point, though. Sure. All right. That's all the drafting for now. That was abysmal. We get our 2 packs. We get to open them. And so at least I still have gems to draft again. At least I don't know how long the Tarkir one. It only goes for another 17 hours. I could stream again tonight and just stream more Magic. But maybe I'll just stream Magic again in a few days or something. I want to stream poetry soon. I just wasn't feeling like I could. But I guess that's all the Magic for today. I'm not gonna play Standard. I could stream playing Standard sometimes, but not right now. Okay. That is all. Thank you all for watching. And yeah. I like how I can just turn on stream when I'm doing something and like procrastinating other things, and I can sort of feel like I'm being like somewhat productive because I'm streaming, even though I'm just playing Magic. But it lets me feel useful because I'm like, wow, I streamed. I did something worth doing, which at least softens the blow of like I just spent 2.5 hours playing Magic, but it was fun. And if it's fun, then it's okay, because doing things that are fun is good. And we can't always be like productive all the time. So yeah. Thanks for watching. I've been Imogen. Keep doing things you love, like playing Magic for hours.